I'm near the end of my life. That isn't something I say for attention, it's simply true. And when something becomes true enough, you stop avoiding it. You stop pretending it's far away. You stop acting like you have unlimited chances. There are things I should have said years ago. Some of them felt too small to matter. Some felt too uncomfortable. Some felt like they could wait. They couldn't. And that's what I want to talk about. When you're young, time feels abstract. It feels like something stretched out in front of you. You think of your life as a long road. You imagine there will always be another turn, another opportunity, another chance to fix it. But time doesn't move the way you think it does. It doesn't announce itself. It doesn't slow down when you're distracted. It just keeps going, quietly. And one day you look behind you, and the road feels longer than the one ahead. That realization changes everything. I used to believe I had control over timing. I'll do it later. I'll call next week. I'll fix it when things settle down. Things rarely settle down. Life doesn't pause so you can prepare. You either act inside the chaos or you wait until it's too late. I waited too often. Not because I didn't care, but because I believed there would be more time. That belief comforted me. It was also a lie. Years disappear in ways you don't notice. They disappear inside routine, inside ambition, inside small daily distractions. You wake up one day and realize that what felt recent was decades ago. And you can't go back into it. You can only remember it. Memory becomes your only way of visiting certain moments, and that's a fragile substitute. I worried about things that feel almost embarrassing now. How I appeared to others, whether I looked successful, whether people respected me. I compared myself to people who weren't thinking about me at all. I carried embarrassment like it was permanent. It wasn't. No one else held on to those moments, only me. Worry gave me the illusion of control, but it never protected me. It just stole quiet evenings that could have been peaceful. No one reaches the end wishing they had worried more. There was a time I confused achievement with meaning. I believed that once I reached a certain level, I would feel settled, safe, certain. But achievement moves. The target shifts. And if your peace depends on chasing it, you never rest. The things that matter to me now aren't accomplishments. They're conversations. Moments where someone felt understood. Moments where I wasn't trying to impress anyone, just sitting in the same room without needing to prove anything. Those moments were free, and I almost overlooked them because they didn't look important at the time. I held on to anger longer than I should have. I told myself it was justified. Sometimes it was. But justified anger still weighs the same. It doesn't feel lighter just because you think you're right. It hardens you. It narrows you. It quietly removes softness from your voice. There are people I meant to forgive. There are apologies I meant to offer. I thought there would be a better moment. There wasn't. Some doors close without warning, and pride doesn't reopen them. Peace matters more than being right. I learned that too slowly. I didn't always say what I felt. I assumed people knew. I assumed my presence was enough. It wasn't always. There's something powerful about hearing the words, "I love you. I'm proud of you. I was wrong. I'm grateful." We delay those words because they feel vulnerable. But vulnerability is lighter than regret. There are conversations that felt ordinary at the time, And later I realized they were the last ones. You don't get notified when something becomes final. That's what makes presence so important. I spent years waiting for clarity, waiting to feel certain before making decisions. I thought confidence would arrive first. It rarely does.
And the strange thing is, we don't even realize we're telling ourselves that lie. It doesn't feel dramatic. It feels reasonable. We tell ourselves we're being practical, responsible, patient. But sometimes patience is just fear wearing a polite disguise. We delay difficult conversations because we want them to feel easier. We delay changes because we want certainty first. We delay honesty because we don't want to disturb the peace. But silence can be more destructive than disruption. And time does not reward hesitation. It simply moves forward. There were days in my life that felt completely ordinary. Nothing special happened. No milestones, no celebrations, just another day. But when I look back now, those were the days that built everything. The routine mornings, the quiet drives, the evenings that ended without urgency. We underestimate how much of life is happening while nothing dramatic is happening. You don't notice a season changing until it already has. And by the time you realize you were in a good chapter, you're already in the next one. If I could go back, not to change everything, but just to adjust a few things, I would slow down in conversations. I would look at people longer. I would ask one more question. I would leave my phone in another room. I would sit in silence without trying to fill it. Because silence is not empty. It is full of everything we avoid hearing. There is also something else no one tells you. As you get older, you don't feel older inside. You still feel like the same person you were decades ago. Your body changes, your pace changes, but your inner voice remains familiar. And that's what makes time so deceptive. You don't feel the years stacking up until one day you realize you have fewer ahead than behind. That realization is not tragic. It is clarifying. It removes unnecessary noise. It sharpens what matters. It makes you braver in small ways. I no longer care about winning arguments. I care about understanding. I no longer care about appearing strong. I care about being sincere. I no longer care about being impressive. I care about being peaceful.
If there is one thing I want you to carry with you after this, it is this.
Do not treat your life as rehearsal. There is no later version where you finally begin. This is it. This ordinary, imperfect, unfinished moment is the real one. Call the person, say the thing, take the step. Forgive sooner. Rest when you need to. Be honest even if your voice shakes. Because someday you will look back on this exact period and realize this was the time you had. And you will either feel grateful for how you used it, or you will wish you had understood it better. I hope you understand it now.